To visitors to the Adirondacks today, Saranac Lake is one of the several scenic resort towns that populate this region. However, for 60 years, this town had an international reputation for giving those sick with tuberculosis hope for a cure. The story told at the Saranac Laboratory Museum explains how the town's reputation for tuberculosis treatment grew and the milestones achieved from its decades of state-of-the-art research. Dr. Edward Trudeau arrived in the 1870s suffering from tuberculosis, thinking the fresh air might help, but fully expecting that he would die of the disease as his brother had years before. When his health instead improved, he decided to stay and eventually opened the sanitarium, offering the rest cure. By 1894, when Dr. Trudeau built this lab, the community's reputation had grown, in part due to the fame of Robert Louis Stevenson, who sought treatment here. Patients arrive now more easily by rail, and the cure cottages multiplied from the original signature Little Red House, seen in this 1934 Christmas seal stamp, to home-style accommodations throughout the town. The patients' diet, sanitation, and activities were carefully prescribed to offer what was best believed to afford their recovery, even if it meant sitting outdoors for 8 hours a day, even in the middle of winter. Though Dr. Trudeau eventually isolated the bacteria that caused tuberculosis, antibiotics would not be an option and a vaccine would not come for years. So, of course, some patients died here, their coffins stacked out of sight during the day and loaded at night onto trains bound for their homes. The lab's work in researching other lung diseases included the effects of asbestos on miners and other workers, eventually leading to successful lawsuits and the bankruptcy of Johns Mansfield, who had ordered the studies and then buried the results. The last room in the museum contains more history of Saranac Lake beyond the lab. We left with a much better understanding of the small town's place in the history of a cure to a deadly disease.